Gotta call up, book. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Together.
And welcome back to the True Patriot Podcast, January 2022 edition, part 2. Hope you folks enjoyed part 1 there. I want to send a heartfelt thank you to all of the people who've been giving us feedback offline. The support coming through this, man. This is how we do this, and this is why we do this. We're here to serve others. That is our mission, and then we're just finding, lots of different ways to carry that mission out there and see what we can do for our nonprofit partners and our supporting sponsors out there. That is a big piece in this. And speaking on the sponsor side, I wanted to basically kind of, list out right now as it stands some of the big news that we've been able to release here not too long ago. Joining on board for the 2022 season as an anchor sponsor for us is Vicious Fishing. Now, we've been a brand ambassador of theirs for a couple years. We've used Vicious Fishing Line for as long as I can remember on the tournament side. When as far as exclusivity goes, that's what we relied on, just because we trust it. We know the quality that we're getting there. The price was angler friendly, and that was why we trusted in what they were doing. On top of that, we had an opportunity to speak with the owners over there at Vicious, share our vision, share our mission with them, and their response back to us was nothing short of just fantastic. The response was, we want in, we want to do what we can to help you out right now. They're a small company, family owned and operated, and even having said that, I will tell you straightforward, even especially compared to some of the bigger organizations that are out there, Vicious has worked tirelessly to keep its product on the shelves and keep stuff shipping and keep it going. I can tell you, based on conversations I've had, it has not been easy for these folks to do what they have done, but they did it for the sole purpose of customer service and taking care of the people that take care of them. When we shared our mission about what we're doing and how we can, use help to get forward, they jumped on board with this and said, "Yeah, we're in. Let's go for this." Vicious Fishing is like I said, is a company that we've trusted in their product, trust in their company and in who they are. If you're looking for trustworthy people, if you're looking for a company that's never going to bail on you, it's always going to take care of you. If you have an issue out there, Vicious Fishing is for you. That's who we would highly recommend with that. Some of the things they've done, we are going to be able to offer also all of the Vicious Fishing products through the True Patriot Outfitters to be able, for the purpose of resale, to folks out there. Now, there's some logistical challenges when it comes to this, when you figure they've got between 200 and 300 products on their site. And for those of you unaware of how e-commerce works, I have to manually enter all of those on my side and then track the inventory. It's a kind of a tricky process. Bottom line is, folks, if you got something out of Vicious Fishing that you're looking to pick up, absolutely hit us up here. Let me know what it is that you want. We'll get it for you. We'll get it sent out there. If you can't get a hold of me for whatever reason and you need your product right away, just go right to Vicious, man. Okay, just we're good with that as well. Just go straight there. Obviously, ordering through us, you give us obviously a little bit more support that way to keep us on our mission. And our prices will be identical to what Vicious is selling them at as well. Out there. But again, if I somehow am out on the trail, if I'm out on the water and you're not getting a response from me, you absolutely go straight to Vicious and they will get you taken care of one way or another. We'll see what we come up with in the future here in the next couple of weeks. We might come up with a better idea on how we can offer their product line through us at the same side. I think it's also something to mention that I want it to be known. When we spoke to Vicious about what our mission was and who we were serving, the military veterans and first responders that work with our nonprofits. They wanted to do something even more, and they gave us a code that we're going to provide these warriors, these heroes with, that you want to talk about an actual real discount, Jack. You are going to get hooked up if you are a veteran, first responder, or part of the family that is working through one of our nonprofits, be it Allegiance Ranch, Warrior Bonfire, Romans, Heroes on the Water, or with Operation Equine. Any one of these nonprofits that we're working with out there, if you're involved in those programs in some way or form, we have got a discount code for you that if you are in the need of needing fishing line and any product that they sell, you are getting a phenomenal deal. So it's just another way that Vicious is showing how they support the community and how they want to give back in there. So we are proud to give Vicious for 2022. Having said that, some awesome cool big news on the affiliate side of things. We're going to be cleaning up the affiliate links, by the way, out there. We're going to kind of make it a little bit easier to navigate. If there's a company that you want us to provide an affiliate link on, reach out to me, hit me with it, and I'll see if I can get it lined up for you. We appreciate that. Again, this all is coming through the True Patriot Outfitters, which means those funds, anything that we receive from this, the small commissions, anything that we get from that gets dog-eared and specifically is only applied to veteran support services that we provide. We have sponsorship pieces that take care of the other sides of things that that we look for, but anything coming through the True Patriot Outfitters is specifically pinned to the veteran support services. Any of the cost involved in supplying those day trips, retreats, travel, equipment, things of that nature. But on the affiliate side of things, we got some awesome, fantastic news, and we are going to be really repping the heck out of this because we have relied on this company for a long time for those hard to find items. When we're buying in bulk, we need a little bit better than standard retail pricing out there. The company is Tackle Direct. Now, if any of you have been around fishing, that's not a new company by any measure. They've been around a long time. They are a solid organization. And you want to talk about a company that when they ship, when you make an order, they ship and they ship it quick. They get it out to you at a great price. We are going to be set up as an affiliate for Tackle Direct. So if it's at the Tackle Direct website, we can offer it. That is, you just basically click through the Tackle Direct logo that we have on the sponsor page or the affiliate page. Click there. It'll take you right to their website. Anything you order there, you know that we're getting basically a small commission back on our side for your order that goes through on that. So when you're stocking up for the season this year, guys and gals, go through there. Go check out Tackle Direct. They are a fishing outfitter for freshwater and saltwater. Lots of cool stuff out there. Great prices. All the name brands you're looking for that you trust in. Go check out Tackle Direct and give them a deal. They're going to be on board. And of course, we have Tackle HD line of products that if you're fishing in Ozark country or pretty much anywhere for bass, you need the Tackle HD lineup in your tackle box if you're actually interested in competing or actually putting a lot of fish in the boat. I know you will see us fishing with Tackle HD nearly exclusive this year. For a lot of the techniques that we fish. So we have those guys on board with us. We have another one in the works that we've worked with in the past on special events, but we're holding off on this until we get some details ironed out. But this one could be the big one. If this goes through the way we see it, we will be able to effectively put an entire lineup of equipment, of a rod and a reel and a tackle bag and some tackle and some gear, the 3/4 of what we need to provide all together with this one sponsor. They've agreed to explore that with us and look at being a provider for that. If that comes to fruition, we'll drop a special video on that, and we'll put all together our companies. So they're going to be joining Vicious Fishing on our mission with us and being another supporter of those veteran support services piece. That's our primary. That's where we're aiming for, man. That's the first and foremost thing we're trying to get taken care of above anything else. And so if we can get that lined up, what that's actually going to do, this kind of leads into the next piece, is on our sponsorship side of things, we have a lot of specialized sponsorships, right, that we have to help bring costs down. You will not find bigger bang for buck, a better ROI than what we can offer in our sponsorship packages. When you consider the amount of impressions you're going to get rolling and stationary, the social media aspect, the potential piece on the trails that we go out with, the coverage not only locally but also regionally and across the nation that we can provide with this. Our outreach, our network continues to grow every day. We have nonprofits across the nation that allow that exposure on our supporters to reach those as well. It's an explosion piece here. The ROI that we offer on this marketing strategy, like I said, is nearly, it's very difficult to try to find anything that can equate to it. And one of the beauty pieces is if this sponsorship piece comes together and we can get the I's dotted and the T's crossed, this is going to allow us to cut our small day package sponsorship nearly in half. Matter of fact, it'll probably be exactly in half. For $150, an organization can sponsor a veteran first responder on their day trip with us to go out fishing. That's going to make sure that this costs nothing for the hero warrior that comes with us. We don't want them to have to pay for anything when they come out there. We want them just to enjoy the outdoors with us, get out and relax, have a good time here, and enjoy the healing benefits that come with that. And we're going to put some gear in their hands to take with them afterwards. Hopefully they get the fishing bug and they go on and fish even long after they're done laughing at us when we go out there, and they can teach their kids. They can go there. Combining these pieces all together, this is how this whole network piece, this works. And this is why we say the corny line that we keep throwing out there, together we can make a huge difference. The more supporters we can put together, man, the more cost effective we can make this. So if we're all working together to, number one, get on board and support us, help us out. We've got different packages. We'll customize it to whatever works in your budget. Every little bit helps and, puts us further and closer to that. And as we do that, we can help keep and manage those costs. Potentially your costs could go down each year to receive the same type of coverage. I mean, it's a good model. It works. And we do have, a cap limit on the number of companies we can work with. I'll be honest with you. We don't know what that is right now. We'll probably know when we get to within about 5 of the limit. That's when we'll realize, okay, our resources that we have dedicated, we need to pull it back. So we'll, and we'll address that and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But nevertheless, the sponsorship pieces from bigger companies that have 30 stores, inside their region, all the way down to the mom and pop shop there. We have customized packages that are affordable. And here comes the me saying it first out there. I know that in the post-COVID marketplace, that advertising dollars are one of the first things that got cut and killed. And I know that what I'm about to say is going to sound extremely self-serving, but I am speaking to you as just a fellow businessman that's out there. Those organizations that find ways to become creative in their advertising and extend their reach, maximize their dollars, their bang for buck, those are the organizations that make it through these hard times, through the supply chain woes, through the sales dip, through the employment issues that are out there in the economy right now. Those organizations that can remain on track and get creative, those are the ones that are long lasting. Those are the ones that sustain. The organizations that simply shut their doors down and go, yep, nope, sorry, we're just not going to do that anymore. Unfortunately, those are the ones we write about and we study in class out there about that didn't work and that fell away. There are ways to work things out. If you're a small business, you're watching this, or if you know of a small business that's out there that is in that frame of mind where they just refuse to do any type of advertising whatsoever, encourage them to think twice about that. Do some research on that piece there. Matter of fact, I'll have whether you're going to sponsor with me or not, you want to have lunch and talk about some stuff here? I happen to have some experience and some education in these areas. I'm glad to help. Small business is what drives local economies. It is the engine that keeps us alive, and we need to all work together with that. That's why we've created the pieces that we're looking at here is for the long run, not for the short term. We know the value piece of what we offer. We know it's worth a lot more than what we're offering out there. But in the same note, we also want to make sure that we're building relationships and working together with other organizations for the long term. That's our goal with this. So we've decided to go this route. Enough about all that good stuff there. We've got so many cool projects in the work out there. But before we get into start talking about that, We had the opportunity, if you've been watching and following along on YouTube out there, if you haven't, get out to YouTube, give us a subscribe. We need the help when it comes to that. Just continue to grow that audience. Refer your friends to us. We dropped 3 parts of a series of an interview we did with professional angler Matt Steffen. Matt is a veteran of the pro circuit that's out there. He fishes the MLF 5 Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit. He's also fished some Bass Pro Tour events. He's qualified for those and gone on to fish a couple of those stages. And I'm betting, if I'm a gambling man, I'm saying he's doing it again this year, and if not more. Matt has been a very successful angler on the scene in his career, moving up and through. Very consistent, always puts results up no matter what part of the country he goes to. Matt was so gracious to cut time out of his career, his day work that he does in this off season, and separate some time from his family to come on and do an interview with us. And we had a fantastic conversation together. Matt's knowledge is second to none. I love his YouTube channel. Get out, check that out at Matt Steffen Fishing. You'll love the content, whether you're brand new to fishing, whether you're a weekend warrior, whether you're a pro out fishing the circuits out there. Matt's got good info for you, man. He drops the juice every now and again too, little tidbits that just really let you in on what's going on out there. Matt is going to be our pro expert going throughout the rest of the season here. We're going to tap him when he has an availability, if you will. His schedule is going to get crazy. But we're definitely going to be following along with all the results of how his season is going that's out there. And we're going to try to catch up to him when we can, get 5-10 minutes with him. Good chance we might be talking from the road, he and I both, as we're traveling down the road. But we'll share that with you and give any updates, especially when stuff starts to break out there. He's one of the pros that we're going to be tapping into and following along. Watch this video series. We're going to give you a 5-minute sneak peek right now. Check this thing out here, and we'll be right back after that little sneak peek. Humid weather, and then literally load the boat on the trailer, clean everything off, pack it up, and drive 4 hours to get home. And when I realized, I love that, I knew I was in trouble, because I was like, oh no, I'm embracing the grind here, man. This doesn't even bother me. I mean, do you have to almost, you have to have that portion, right? It's a sixth sense, but you have to embrace that grind.
You really do. If you want to excel at this sport, almost everyone at the professional level, I mean, it's almost like I don't even know how to say it. I mean, if I took a friend out in the boat with me, they could make it half the day. But when you're out there, if it's a summer tournament and we're allowed to be on the water a half hour before sunrise and a half hour until a half hour after sunset. I mean, the late in the year when we're in upstate New York, you're talking about being on the water from like literally 4:30 until 9:30 at night. I mean, which is ridiculous, because by the time you get home, get some dinner, shower, and get to bed, you're looking at like 4 hours of sleep at night. Yep. And at that point, you're doing it for a week straight. Most people would say you're crazy. Like, you are crazy. And the thing is, I'm not on the water during that time going, I have to be out here to make me a better fisherman. I'm out there. Half of it is just because I truly enjoy it. Like, yep. What else would I like? This is what I want to be doing anyways.
Right.
But there's something wrong with me to say that. Like, most people, 99% of the population out there would say that's not fun. Like, doing what you're doing is not fun, especially if you do have somebody who questions like how hard it is. You put them through one tournament day. And that was one of the things I did early with my wife. I mean, we weren't even married at the time. I was fishing almost every weekend locally. And finally I was like, you know what? You're fishing one of these with me, because now you'll know when I get home at 6 o'clock at night why I'm passing out on the couch right away or something like that. And
right.
I mean, we finished up that tournament and we were probably 15 minutes into the drive home and she was sleeping in the chair next to me. I mean, it's just like, it is physically demanding from that standpoint. It's more mentally demanding than anything. Yep. But
that exhaustion is real.
It is a sport where, like you mentioned before, I am lucky to be able to make a career out of this, but I'm also doing it because I put in a lot of hard work to get where I'm at. And honestly, even where I'm at now is not like, I think I'm a good caliber fisherman. I think I've got great sponsors. I think I've got good sources of income flow through fishing. But, you know, when you do rack up the expenses of doing it, you're looking at $75,000 a year in expenses.
Yep.
I mean, you know, you gotta generate some good income to make some income. And, you know, it's gotten really difficult to make a living just from tournaments. You have to have good sponsor support. And most guys have some other form of income, whether it's, you know, YouTube or guiding or rental properties, something along those lines that aren't really time consuming when they get home, but they're building equity. Let's put it that way.
Revenue streams. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is where it's at. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, one thing I will say about your YouTube channel, though, that I love the most. And it's one of the things I've sent so many people to watch videos that you have put out. Not only do you take care of guys like myself that aren't brand new to the sport, you provide, I mean, like the juice on some of these things, and it's in these little tidbits that you put together there that if, for those of us that are a little more experienced, we can pick up on that going, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. But you also have content there for the weekend angler, the weekend warrior, the recreational. And I mean, was that kind of by design when you first put your content together, or what was the goal there?
Man, it really was the viewers out there dictating a lot of it. You know, when I first started, I mean, so for a year I had done just tournament recaps from videos that I had captured in my GoPro in our boat. We're dictated, one of the rules of the MLF tournaments is we have to have GoPros running. So I figured at that point, I might as well make some clips and put up some tournament recap videos just for myself more than anything, because I used to write a lot of detailed notes when I'd get back from an event. Like, this is what I did. This is the bait, keep track of stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I don't need to do that. If I can watch what I was doing, I know where I was at. I can see what I was using. And so I started doing that. And I did it for a year, and I think I had like 80 subscribers after that. And I went to a yearly team meeting for Bridgeford that we had, and Bridgeford's like, we'd like everyone to get more into the YouTube thing because we see better marketing through that than a lot of other forms that we were doing. And so I was like, well, they want it, and they're my primary sponsor, so I'll start doing it. And Randy Blockett, who's on the team, was at that point, he had been doing it for a year and had some decent success. And he was doing, you know, short clips, some tips, some stories, some little bit of everything. And I kind of went towards the tackle tinkering aspect of it. Like, if you look at a lot of my early videos, like the first probably 15 or 20, I mean, a lot of them are straight tackle tinkering, because that's what I've always done. I've spent my winters tackle tinkering. I really don't ice fish. I didn't hunt because I would fish right up until ice up. And, you know, I pretty much have done everything at this point. You know, I build my own rods now. I've done I've done pretty much all my jigs until I started using dirty jig stuff. I mean, all the molding, I've done the painting, and I mean, pretty much everything at this point I have done. The only thing I haven't done is pour my own plastics.
And welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that little sneak peek there. I'm going to let you in on a little hint. Episode 3, we start to peel back the onion on a few layers here. 1 and 2 got some great information in there. Matt shares and dishes on a lot of stuff, gives us his opinion on things. We trade some good convo back and forth. And in part 3, man, we really start to drill down some stuff here, and we start making some statements that it's a lot of fun. Like I said, Matt, our sincerest gratitude to Matt Steffen, his entire family, as they allowed Matt to give up some time there and spend some time with us. And we're looking forward to the future and following him and talking with him again on topics. So check it out on YouTube, mash and give us a subscribe out there. All right, man. So like I said before, we got a ton of projects in the works. Some things we can share, some things we can't just share just yet. Number one, it wouldn't be appropriate. So, but one of these things that we've talked about in the past that I wanted to touch base with again is Heroes on the Water. Okay. Heroes on the Water is an organization, a nonprofit, that is designed at putting on kayak fishing events for between 6 and 10 veteran first responders and their families, for the sole purpose of going out and paddle, fish, heal. It's recreational therapy. Next month, we're going to be tapping into that on the medical side of things to give you guys some insight on that. But for now, trust in what I say, it's a real thing. Recreational therapy in regards to getting outdoors and engaging in some sort of activity piece out there, whether it's bird watching, fishing, kayaking, hiking, camping, gardening. Doesn't matter. There is a physical and mental benefit to doing so for everyone, but especially in the areas of veterans, first responders that are working through some things out there. And this is an organization that's built around that concept for that piece. So I'm going to show you a little deal here. Heroes on the Water is not a new organization, all right? They've been around a while. They have like some 58 some odd chapters around the country. And for whatever reason, they don't have one in Colorado. So we have made it our mission to help get a chapter started. In all honesty, the state could probably support 3, maybe 4 chapters with the population we have, and I think the kayak enthusiasts that we have. But we're going to start with the one. We want to get that up and running. And what we need to do that is 4 motivated individuals that are willing to volunteer their time and start this chapter. You're going to have everything you need, resources, information, training, the whole 9 yards. On top of that, you're going to have the True Patriot Outfitters behind you and our entire network behind you, helping you promote, helping you put on these events. We're going to volunteer. We're going to find extra volunteers for you. We're going to help in every possible way that we can to get Heroes on the Water up and launched and running for years to come. And then hopefully we find some others. So again, 4 individuals is the ideal, what we need to get this thing rolling. What you need to bring to the table is a desire to give back and serve the community of heroes and warriors and their families that are out there. And the professionalism to represent the organization together with a team. Like I said, Heroes on the Water will give you all the information to get you started with the community outreach programs. We can help in this area as far as getting things rolling to help you fundraise and get things established there. I know that there are several organizations that we currently work with that would jump at this opportunity to come on board and help you as far in regards to funds and things of that nature. So all it's going to take is getting some individuals that have a good volunteer spirit about them that are willing to run this and put these special events on that's out there. I wanted to share with you real quick this little info piece here. These stars represent where the chapters are located across the country. As I said before, this is not a brand new company, but for whatever reason, this organization, look at this big empty spot right here in the Denver area. There is so many kayak fishermen in this area here that I'm sure could reach out there and talk to some folks, or that would be willing to run one of these chapters for Heroes on the Water in this location. And so that's what we're looking for. If you are someone who's watching this that would be interested, reach out to me, email, phone number. We'll throw our phone number up here. The website, DM me on Instagram, DM me on Facebook. Throw a comment on this video in YouTube. I don't care. Send a raven. Whatever you want to do, reach out to me. If you are interested, or if you know of somebody who's interested, have them reach out to us. We'll get you set up and we'll get going on the information immediately. This is a big one that we want to see come through. Kayak fishing is a fantastic way to engage the outdoors. Very intimate setting. You're very close to the to the environment piece out there. It's really cost effective as well. It's a low cost way to get involved in fishing, and puts you in a position to fish areas that a lot of people can't reach from the bank. So it's like I said, it's a great time to see Heroes on the Water go out and put these events on for these heroes and warriors. So that's a big one. We're going to continue to work on that one.